Welcome back to ECS Season 6. We've got 2 more games left in the European phase. It will be Virtus.pro taking on the indomitable North. And Virtus.pro, they're one of the teams that can actually still make it to the top 4. They haven't played too many games. They're still safe insofar as they haven't lost too many matches to put them in relegation. And they are looking pretty interesting recently, right?
Do we have an updated table?
Do we?
Because if we do, I wouldn't mind look at it just to kind of refresh our minds and see what the current implications are. Let's have a look. So North they could at most lose 7 matches. So if they win 1 match, then LDLC. Well, yeah, if they win 1 match, then they basically make it to LAN. Because even if LDLC and NIP won all their matches, nobody else would be able to have 6 losses. So if North win 1 match, then they'll qualify for LAN. Fnatic 5 for 11 now. 9 was probably too many already. But if you look at Fnatic, LDLC, NIP, and G2, well, let's say Optic, Fnatic, and G2, because they're around 14, 16 games. They've got 3 to 5 losses. And Virtus.pro as well at this point. So all those teams, even though Virtus.pro are 5th, they're actually at risk of relegation as well as Optic and Fnatic. So there's so much play in those last few games. So Virtus.pro could make it to LAN. They could end up in relegation or somewhere in between. It's quite wild.
It is wild indeed. And I mean, there's a lot to talk about with regards to what Virtus.pro can accomplish, because again, they have shown amazing signs. The maps will be Dust 2 and Nuke. So I just don't really know how to predict Virtus.pro at the moment. Snatchy has been amazing, but sometimes when he has an off day, the team can look very different. So that's really one of the big problems that I've seen so far.
Yeah, VP, as we saw last couple of days, they have this kind of style. Snatchy and Morel's and even Michu been playing really, really well. But I think it comes down to Neo. He's literally, I mean, he either plays well and they win, or he's not there and it's a 4-on-5 kind of thing. So I think Neo is the key for VP for winning matches, because he's literally the backbone of the team right now. He's the caller. He's had to play the support player and whatnot. Actually, I don't even know if he calls. I just made that up.
I was like, oh, I didn't know that.
I just made that up, but it seems like he's calling just because of the way that stuff's been handling.
Well, it's time to get into the pistol, and already an Xbox smoke straight away thrown by
AZ.
and we'll see if it's going to amount to anything, because it's disappeared already, and Virtus.pro thinking, okay, what's going on? Virtus.pro playing the standard Dust 2 pistol, where you put 2 players on short. That's really effective because you have very fast rotations, you can close distances very quickly, and it's just a safe bet. Although I like the creep up A long, but can they make it across this crossover position?
Double peek from Virtus.pro will make that easy, but Neo being picked off is a problem. No USPs collected though by North. AZ's got a P250. That's a lovely fade away from Miyu. Snatchy holding on the short position. As you can see, North are on the AA site in the meantime. KRB planting the bomb for long, and it is AZ. He has a good chance with that P250, but KRB will certainly want to get some more kills.
It's looking very awkward. The CT is all bunched up so they can attack together. And AZ is so far away. I'm not sure it's going to go too well for him. KRB goes down. Now AZ in a 1 versus 3. That P250 is good, but there's just too many targets, and it's just so difficult. I don't think it's even a one-shot kill with full HP from that distance, necessarily. Is it, James? I don't know. You're the expert.
I think from that distance, it's not a one-shot kill.
Yeah, it might not be. It's just under double the length of a Glock, so it might be on the borderline one way or the other. Probably is on the borderline, but probably negatively.
Would have liked to see him play with Kirby around the site. It would have been nice, but never mind. That is in the past. But Gaze can do something there.
He's in the past as well. He's history.
Yeah, true.
No minority report for him. Pasha stopping the player getting towards Xbox, and nobody will be fragged. I just put out a nade of the day on Twitter, which was a smoke Alex threw, which was from top mid, which is for the CT cross where Morales is looking right now, actually. This arch, but from top mid, which is really cool, because I think if you've got one player long, then you could try and pull a CT player away for an actual B split with a smoke like that. So I think that it has plenty of utility. We'll see if it becomes more common on the games of Dust 2. A lot of Dust 2 we've seen recently, which is great to see. more variation than Inferno all the time. Meeting of the minds on short, but Valde just getting back to business as usual. Virtus.pro getting wiped out in this buy round from North.
That's a really good flash from Morels to get the advantage on Gade, but he's not going to hit the shots. And it looks like they will be wiped out. And it's unfortunate not to see an AWP in this round for Virtus.pro. They wanted to play economically. You can see they've got lots in the bank. And now that they've lost this round in this fashion, if Snatchy wants an AWP, it's Glass Cannon. He can only afford a decoy with that AWP if he purchases one, which presumably he will.
Did VP boost Catwalk, or did they take the long way to Catwalk? I didn't see.
I wasn't watching.
I think they took the long way.
Because if you take the long way, VP seemed like they were completely caught off guard by North's timing on the Catwalk. You had no one spot middle. You take the long way Catwalk. You gotta expect someone to be around the corner around that time if you take the long way.
Well, Glass Cannon Snatchy. Starting things off well. One shot, one connection.
I feel like before Dust 2 was changed, you could throw a flashbang from long to the A site, even to help somebody jump down the ramp like that. But I wonder if it's still possible in this situation. Snatchy doesn't see the play towards the site, maybe on the radar. Some pre-fire from Valde, but it won't help. KD in 1 versus 3 has the bomb. Again, resetting the situation. Wherever he chooses to go, Virtus.pro will probably be more spread out. He's going to cross, I think, just before Morels. Okay, Morels still in CT spawn. So he can keep an angle on the Dust 2 on the B doors instead. But he's not doing that. Essentially playing retake Virtus.pro. Stacking A. If he plants the bomb, so be it. We'll go bomb. We'll go B afterwards.
How does he know there's 0 people B? It's so wild.
Or like someone's spotting at the very least. Like that's usually it. Like maybe there's no one there, but someone's a spot. But as James said, they play high, like, ultra safe. Snatchy fired 4 shots, killed 4 people. That's not bad. Maybe he'll find the ace. Nope, denied by Cadian. Very good peek. You can see he's definitely visualizing that one, expecting someone to be holding that angle. And he's thin the numbers. There's still a 2-on-1 to deal with. The AWP is not the ideal weapon. Misses the flick. I think even if he gets that, he's probably traded. And I don't know if this is going to be close. Just enough time here for Pasha. Oh, he's actually got I think 2 seconds spare or something.
The fast beep is like 5 seconds.
And they've got another AWP out of it, so that's not too bad at all.
Yeah, double AWP, very, very strong in Dust 2 on CT side. Really create space for the CT. And you're going to play up close at all these choke points. Allows you to have a little more space, a little more time to rotate.
Human highlight reel Snatchy.
It's too good.
He is.
Psychic.
Pasha not shy at all. Got to be careful of second and mid though. This is crazy, but would you want anything less from Pasha?
Where's his team?
It's Pasha.
He's alone.
It's Pasha.
He's alone. No one else middle? No one catwalk?
I mean, maybe it's more ideal to do that kind of play when you have more money in the hole. We shall see. Miyu looking over the smoke. Can say no one's going towards the window. Can't see towards the door, but he can hear. And now Morels will need to focus. Nice off angle from him. Is anybody covering the door for him? There's one smoke onto AZ for that door position. They continue to focus on the car area. Nobody spotted there. Not quite getting that burst that he wanted. Is that safe territory? As you can see, there's no money for Virtus.pro. And that's one of the issues with going for a crazy play, is that if it's going to raise your variance and you've got no money left, then it can compound your issues.
Like Pasha's tightrope walker, and he's like, I want no net underneath me. None. Because he had no teammates even remotely in the same area to even help him out. Like, any exchange kills. Like, what was his game plan after he got that kill up middle when he rushed?
I guess he's not expecting, or he's gambling that there's not going to be 3 players there, but maybe there'll be like 1 player that he's got a really fast timing. Maybe there's just 1 player. He can get that pick, maybe then fall back and time to maybe, if there is a second, take a shot. But North are all in position at top mids, so it's actually kind of crazy. I would like to have seen it if they'd played more of a default North, because you would have seen maybe 2-3 players going towards the dark, maybe one going towards the door.
Or a long take,
A long take. Or a long take, exactly. So I think there is definitely a world where that actually looks pretty awesome, but he got quite unlucky.
But he should have people behind him, you know, like either lower tunnels, maybe pushing out Cat to watch his lower tunnels. As you said before, there's so many spaces where I guess Pasha can get flanked from lower tunnels, top middle, whatever. It's like, it's just, doesn't make sense. But hey, risk is a risk.
Smoke's on short. The T's have got the numbers game though, so Mihu is in trouble. If he jumps up early, then he can fall back, choosing not to take the duel. Smart stuff from him. Molotov, play it safer. Now, you can jump onto the box. I think Snatchy's done that. You can elevate your position. He's got to land his shot though. Of course, it's Snatchy, so he will. Because it takes a few seconds to get back to a safer haven. Vintage stack over a smoke.
NOA stack.
Snatchy is just everywhere.
Can't be doing that.
Feed him.
5.7 in hands. 5.7 has a lot of really useful applications.
This is a good 5-7 map.
It is. It really is. AZ moving forwards towards the big box. Big box will protect him. Big box will be his guardian. Grab the bomb and plant it, but they're very weak. And Virtus.pro, if they are coordinated well here, that you would expect them to have a pretty decent chance of making this one happen.
Indeed, the 2 flashes going to be key here for Michu. To be able to chain flash him. The goal is to get at least one guy blind. Or not.
Well, that certainly helps. Now it's a tight choke point. AZ will take out one more, and Valde's got such a strong angle, but he has a man disadvantage. Neo will finish him off. There's no kit for these players though, but get on that bomb quickly. Mihu, the AFK? I think he's lagged out or something. But must have pressed the Windows button because there is an AWP to be rescued. Bomb will be defused. There is AWP.
It's the second time it was just like really close on the B-bomb site because like no one has any kits. I think you found a kit actually. When you tab back in. I think he had a kit.
Stop checking his Facebook.
Facebook? It's 2018 games. It's Twitter.
Yeah, I know. I had, well, there's no time to talk about it now actually. Just noticed a nice green on the floor in this hallway.
Ooh.
Does he go back, Cadian? Well, can't now. Pasha again, just never shy. That's the Pasha you want to see though, even though he might just get flanked. Indeed, he will by Cadian. This is the kind of thing that you want to be seeing from him. 2 versus, whoa, never mind. Just down to Morels now with the MP9 into the smoke, but surely he can't last very long. He's picked up an AK, but only for a brief second. The play from Pasha was huge, but Cadian was smoked off. He had nothing to do long, so rotated towards short to stay useful. The timing didn't work out for him, but that's the Virtus.pro you do want to see. It sucks when the examples, you know, the timing isn't right, but that's what makes Pasha Pasha.
So actually a good point that you kind of bring up on VP. The previous maps that we've seen, a lot of their CT sides are very aggressive map-taking spots. Whether it's on Cache or Mirage or whatnot, they're always trying to push and find information. And VP on Dust 2, this map's a lot harder to do that because the T's can literally be at any choke point before the CTs, so it's very difficult to have that aggressive map, you know, try to take away map choke points away from the other team, map control and all that stuff. So you could kind of see that this map may be not in favor of Virtus.pro's playstyle that we've seen so far.
Well, it only works if your name is Alex.
Alex, if you're Alex, that's a different ballpark right there. That guy is ridiculous.
Or it's a different kettle of fish.
Ooh,
Get the American one in there, get the British one in there.
There you go. I like that.
Just pistols for Virtus.pro. Skinless Morels. Gloves remind me of paintball gloves.
Maybe you should start a social media network, James. Call it Bardolph.
Bardolph Nets. Your face is a book.com.
Bardolph book.
How about the Bardolph?
I think that probably has a different use. Like a bust of my enormous head.
There you go. The Bardolph. Nice timeout by VP. I like this. It's only 4-5, but this is a crucial point in the match to where North is kind of running away a little bit with 3 rounds in a row. VP, big gun round. They have AWP. Maybe just change it up, slow it down. Very good use. Are they going to go for double op? You know Posh wants.
Up and then push mids.
There you go.
Get up mids.
Don't do it.
Get up mid now.
Don't do it.
Get in there now.
Caden's going to wreck you if you do that.
No, you wait. It's fine.
He's waiting. The VP Hunter.
Are you going to run into B? Or just running into lower dark? The sensible option. Well, it does seem like, you know, with 3 players in B dark at this point of the round, you do expect them to actually just look for a B split or a B push at some point. Otherwise, you wonder like why you would have, it's opportunity cost, you know, why then would you have, you know, so many players there? You're giving up opportunities to pressure other parts of the map. So it does look like they're going to go into B. Simple and straightforward, waiting out some of the initial pre-nades from the CT side, and now Morels is alone. Nice timing on the incendiary though. Pushes into the lurk smoke, but this might not go well for him. Has he gone too far? No, he's actually just far enough. He's done this really well. That's very hard to do consistently, and he'll find his way behind them. Good damage, but not enough somehow.
That's crazy. He did so well to stay alive because he has to make sure he doesn't block players in the smoke. Otherwise, he's going to get sprayed into oblivion. Manages to do that. Use the sound cues to stay in the smoke just about as we saw in the third-person view.
It was so smart because the spot that I was in, people usually hop up on the box, which North did. So they just hopped right over him. I'm going to start doing that in Dust 2 now if I play B. This will be my new spot right next to the jump. And I think VP would have won the round if he got that second kill.
Yeah, that's really unlucky for him. Had the cover of the smoke. Could have been shot through it, but had the cover of the smoke afterwards. Press situation, but here they are with pistols instead. And that's going to be some brute force on the short B position for North. Looking for yet another round win. Can't believe how consistent they've been, simply in victories. Really is promising for them early with Caden in tow.
One thing that North have been doing every single round is throwing, at the start of the round, they throw the Xbox smoke from spawn.
It's a good smoke.
Seen Gate do it, seen AZ do it. Everyone's doing it. Some of the smokes on this new Dust 2 feel a bit easier, to be honest. Like the Xbox smoke was always awkward in previous Dust 2. I don't know if you guys knew a really easy one.
Yeah, I agree. It was so slow. Like it took us a long time to line up and get in position to set up. There was a T-spawn one that you could do. Not many people knew about it though. They knew more of that top of like catwalk one. That's like the most common one that I've seen.
Yeah. I used to just do it from lower dark if it needs to be done.
Yeah.
It's like it's
Wait,
very
so
easy.
you did the run,
Guaranteed.
the run one on the dark, or is it a standing one?
Yeah, standing. I just run into Underdark and just like try to throw it on top of the box.
Oh, look, if you stand on the back wall and point at the top of the arch in the exit, it just lands there every time.
Do you have? Is there a video on that on your Twitter?
I may have made one for Dust 2 in general. I think I was actually.
Uh-oh.
Oh dear, Pasha. That's not good. No flashes necessary. That's got to be frustrating. The scope has betrayed him, and there's no angles for Neo. Snatchy, of course, will get a kill regardless. Morel's doing what he can, trying to give himself a better situation with that Molotov, but timing doesn't work out for him. Alien will see Neo, but Neo's just too good. He's too great. 3v2. Mihu coming from T-spawn. Take him a few seconds to get into the halls. But they have man advantage.
Powder straight through the smoke. Finds the double. One more to go. Time of the essence. Mihu does not have a kit, but there surely is one on the floor. But he's got to find a kill. And he can't find a kill. Valde finds 4.
What a hero play by Valde. Kading in the middle, that was a very aggressive move that he should not take. Because it was a 3-on-3 situation, and Kading was like just in an angle where he cannot fall back. If he misses his shot, he's dead. If they check the spot, he's dead. It's like risk, not worth the reward. Luckily for Valde and North that he was just feasting by pushing through the smoke.
Another quick anti-eco, well, attempted an anti-eco round, but some Deagles will be stronger than others. Unlike Smoke, Mihu sees the trajectory and he's not shy. Quickly see that they're not there, but maybe Valde will hear him. Valde's got the bomb though, so he can't really stay around to take that duel. He is low. Oh, he had stayed around, and now the bomb is with Mihu, and he's got an AK. Gaze close though, but Mihu will steal the round. Round number 5 for Virtus.pro. A little bonus money for
That's
Mihu.
huge. That is huge. Ooh.
Gosh.
Thing is though, North have been so repeatedly successful. Everyone had like 10k plus, I think, that round, so their money's still really, really good. VP, if suddenly, I think you know, there's rounds when Pash was rushing mid with the AWP where they just kind of got wrecked. Haven't really recovered since then.
Too risky, too early, I think. You know, that's something you want to do mid-game, late game when you need to change something up. You know, it can seem like North, they're a great team. You don't have to do anything just yet, you know, to kind of lull them into that instead of going straight crazy. It's crazy.
Perfect timing from the flashbang. But Pash has got an AWP too. As Cadian still does. Finds his second kill and the A bomb site. The bomb's top mid though. And once again, Mihu has got control of the bomb. How about that? 1 player towards B, 2 players on A, but nobody with the bomb. Mihu will put himself in the weirdest situation from the perspective of North. There's so many places he could go. He could take the off angle near where Valde's aiming actually. Maybe that flashbang gave it away, but he catches Mihu just about. Knows that the advantage is gone. Now Pash has got to go battle sniper. Can he defend the bomb? One plays on the low ground. There's a lovely flick from him. Bomb still hasn't been collected. Looking away in case of a flash. There's another one. Spots the last. He goes towards A. Valde coming up the short position. Can be heard at this point. Will he look over the top? On Molotov. Pasha can't let that hit him. That's a beautiful shot from him. A 4K from Pasha. And another round for Virtus.pro.
That's a huge round by Pasha. Very nice shots.
The funny thing is that the Molotov actually committed him.
Yeah.
And if he doesn't have to run, then he probably keeps walking, and then you know, Valde gets past that angle. How about that? Oh, 6th round.
What's with Pasha's name in this? It's all weird. Like you see at the bottom, everyone has their full name. Once we go to Pasha, look at his name. Is that his name? I don't think so. It doesn't seem right. We'll see. Look at that. What's that?
Not showing his last name. Thanks for pointing out the shortcomings in our HUD.
I don't know.
Scumbag moves. Valde lurking out the B smoke. Morales could trade, not sure if it's more than 1 person though, which may slow down his peak. Expecting them to pass. At least he still has the sight. He has the information there won't be an over-rotation. 4 versus 3 now for North, and Snatch is getting aggressive once again. He's got to scope in though before Valde hears him. In the meantime, 3 players for North out the long area. Now, who will have the better angle? Oh, he's moving away. Valde will hear this. Free kill for him, surely.
Easy does it for Valde. Very risky situation for Neo. He can't find a way to handle it. 9 for North, 6 to Virtus.pro, and it was a really weird game because it felt like there was a back and forth. Obviously, Virtus.pro had 6 rounds, but at the same time, it felt like they made a lot of weird plays, like Pasha in some of those key rounds with the AWP, for example. And I don't know, it's just I didn't really feel like I don't feel very confident in what Virtus.pro have shown so far. I feel like North would just run over this.
Yeah. Very interesting plays by Virtus.pro, playing extremely risky in the early rounds of the CT. And probably not necessary if you're, I guess, winning first 2 rounds.
What
you know what I'm
is-
saying? Is that smoke?
Is that what is that? Is that Xbox? Oh, that's a
CT spawn? James, you need to write this down. This is a good round for you.
wow.
What did I miss? What did I miss?
He smoked CT spawn from outside
middle.
long doors.
Yeah, outside long doors.
Wow.
How the hell did he do that?
Yeah, well, it bounced off the wall. Like, that's the big bounce. Anyway, Mihu, nice snap. If he can just get this frag, but, you know, Kirby knows he has to wait, but he won't wait long enough. And Mihu's on for the ace. Cadian left, he's got a kit, but Mihu does it. Mihu does it with the ace. Very nice indeed.
What is with this 1-on-3? Like, that should never happen at this level.
Soon you'll be saying ni hao.
Give him 3 1-on-1s, James.
It's not good.
I don't like that.
It's not recommended.
That smoke was probably nicer than the ace, I don't know. That's really liking the smoke.
Maybe, yeah, I like it. Maybe we'll see it again by Neo.
Here goes the flash. Big peek, big peek. Oh, the USPs have done it. They've got the bomb, and the T's are stuck in the choke point. They can't. They need to get control. They have to be able to push forwards. They know it, and they're just going to keep going into USPs. Disaster. North can very likely win this round. Mac 10's made it out. Oh my god, the flank is coming in as well. These have too much to worry about. They can't surely survive 5 players. They will, my god.
Wow.
What?
USB 1 flash, the hero flash.
What?
Okay then.
It's a better round to win.
I bet we'll see a cat boost with those Mac 10s or something. It's like rush the Mac 10 somewhere.
I like the time above VP. Even though they might not buy, they might save. It's probably to untilt themselves a little bit. Maybe that's a pretty tilting around. 1 flash and USPs and you're losing it.
With the reset, they don't have that loss bonus. The bonus loss bonus.
Mm.
They start at the beginning from page number 1. Not even that, they're in the forward. They're in the where you thank your mother, your parents, all that bit.
The prelude.
Force buy from Virtus.pro on Dust 2. Virtus.pro not often caught shy of a plan, even if the plan looks crazy. AZ charging up the B tunnels area. I was doing that yesterday.
Yeah, you were.
I was definitely doing that in stylish fashion.
You're on fire.
Best plays ever.
You're hot.
Kirby, it's awkward for him. It's awkward for everyone. All concerned. Awkward faces. Now it's even more awkward. Bonus awkward. AZ losing range with the Mag 10, but still getting the kill. Running out of bullets, kind of exposed. He can reload by Gandalf. Snatching the CZ, rings a bell, but so will AZ with the P250. That was a wild round.
AC still has a Mac 10, so he can still make some money. He's got 10k. Let's see it. There's North in such a comfy spot. They got the slippers on by the fire, the smoking jackets, a very fancy
Glass of whiskey.
glass of whiskey, yeah. Some marshmallows for the fire.
Marshmallows. Marshmallows and whiskey, huh?
Yeah, it's
There
a
you go.
classic.
Tea. Crumpets.
Oh, I haven't had crumpets in a while. They are lovely. Mac 10 going wild. Got to be careful though. 3 versus 3 now as an AK is collected. Hello. No Kevlar though for Virtus.pro, so they're still in a dodgy spot. Valley is covered from the approach out of B back in towards T spawn. And he hears the running. And he drops off. They'll hear that. This could be awkward for him. The AK on Pasha could... Oh, it's the first face though. Is the AK of Pasha, so... This is getting dangerous. They've got 2 rifles now.
It's like free-for-all deathmatch at this point.
It is.
You could entirely spawn there in a suicide position. Morales with 13 HP. Not concerned of picking up the bomb just yet, but to prioritize the duel. Don't win a duel, don't win a round anyway. Doesn't win a duel, doesn't win a round. And North have built themselves a nice lead thanks to that force buy win. Well, was it even a force buy?
No, it was, I think
It was a Nico win, a USP win with God USP rounds. But this can still be clawed back for Virtus.pro, but they're going to have to do it the hard way. 2 sniper rifles being pulled out for North with the bonus money from all the tools they stole from Virtus.pro and then made more money with being SMGs. This is a juicy round as far as North are concerned. Cadian manages to escape just about. Bullets whistling past his ears. North still in control of the long position. Valde will be left in situ. That's a big problem. Valde still performing really well. Case in point. Kill number 23 for him. But now, well, maybe a meeting of the minds around this smoke. He will create space. Gay can hear the grenades being primed, but can he find a kill?
They'll spill out into mid though. The tease of Virtus.pro, the drop down from Gade is very well timed actually. The nades not going to be coming out, and he's just going to go straight through that smoke, and he's going to get annihilated. 3 versus 2 though for North, still a chance. They got a man on the side. It's AZ with the AWP as things slowed down for Virtus.pro on the approach, and wow, AZ is annihilated. Bomb goes down. Neo alone in the 1 versus 2 off the plant, and he is going to get shot in the side of the face, similar to the back of the face.
It's close to the back of the face.
The back of the face. Oh my gosh, he gets trolled.
Valde, 25 and 10, once again, owning everyone. 30-7, North in control. Looking very happy indeed. They'll be eating all the Danishes afterwards as a victory. Rewards.
Already had one today. Can't have another one. Too much.
Maybe some panettone.
Oh, keep forgetting to bring it. AZ, can he get into position fast enough? He can, that's the bomb. That's so much information for him as his second shot. Now, they've got a 5 versus 3. No need to go crazy. That's the flash he's looking for. Snatchy taken away. They can chill, but AZ has no chill. Charging through. Now it's a 2 versus 3. They had so many great numbers. Utility. Miku through the door. Lying on the box. On the box. Maybe not. Falling off the box. Double the score of their opponent, North. Again, this win will secure their position at LAN, because it will not be possible for them to lose more matches than the rest.
It generally seems quite easy when it gets to the second half for North, it seems. Although, well, enough of that. Never mind. We got the push coming into top mids. Gade will make, or Kievi will make quick work with Neo. They got mid control. The bomb is isolated in long. The rest of the team are going to be, so it's unlikely that North will suspect that the bomb is going towards A. Cadian is handling this well. He's actually open now. Nice shot by Cadian. And there it goes. Pasha's going to make the run. He's got a deagle. 1v5, he's got this.
Really need that bomb plant.
I was waiting for a disaster to happen right there.
What?
Insta-frag.
Kukli.
That was like the first bullet.
Kukli Airways, business class, baby. Free champagne, pass me the hot bread, and a butter knife.
One thing I noticed about VP is that very little AWPs so far on their T side. This is like the first round where we've seen multiple AWPs, and you know, if you have a player like Snatchy, you might want to do less force buys and just so you can save for the AWP. Like, he's so good with AWP. It's at a map like Dust 2, why would you want to force buy so much?
Best AWP Poland.
What? I just think VP may have made a blunder in their strategy for this against North. Get the AWP in Snatchy's hands. The more, the better.
There's one for Gade, poor position. Kirby will assist. They're just being really aggressive now. Happy to take the fights, and they're going to win every single one. Just Yorps left. There's Pasha. Oh, he takes down 2. But eventually, he will go down. There's just too many mans. And Snatchy is going to catch Gade. One more to go. Misses the close range shot. Did he get some damage there onto AZ? Yes, he did, I think, through the door. But will it matter? 1 versus 2. Still doable for him. North have to slow it down. Oh my god, this is so weird. 2 AWPs, and it's AZ to take it. against Snatchy. 16-7, not really that much of a showing here, I would say, from VP. They had the start on the first half to make something of this, but it felt like they threw it away.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. They just good start, but then a lot of their moves that they played didn't make sense on in terms of like a methodical kind of sense where, you know, it'd be way better if you added this to what you wanted to do instead of just being so risky.
Nice work. North once again with a strong victory, and again that will confirm them for LAN purely because they cannot leave the top 4 by taking a loss in their next match. So congratulations to North. It is a new day for them. I mean, I haven't seen them do this well in the league, I feel like, ever. I don't think they ever have.
Nope.
It's always been a struggle, inconsistency, but the early part of the road shows promise for North, and we will see more of them in Arlington, Texas for sure.
It was first bullet. Nicely done. Well, Valde once again having the best performance from a damage perspective, and AZ's alongside him doing a lot of AWP work and anchoring that B bomb site very effectively. Over towards the VP side, it's a shame to see Snatchy down so low because when he picked up the AWP, he was a god with it. But as you mentioned, Eric, just didn't really get to have the AWP very much.
Yeah, not at all. I'd say just be a little safer, be more methodical. You don't have to be super risky all the time. I understand you want to try to be, but choose and pick your battle.
Well, perhaps they'll pick a better battle on Nuke, which is the next map to come. Although we know that North is pretty good there, so we have quite an interesting one coming your way. Stay with us. We're back after the break.